Willis and Jordan Love, okay, as we seen them back at practice. Rob Domofsky put this tweet out there. You guys can go find it yourself over on X and make sure you give it a retweet and everything. He said in his tweet, Malik Willis did not throw during the open viewing period and can be seen flexing his right shoulder. Jordan Love, Clayton Tune, and Desmond Ridder all through. This is the first time they've had 4 quarterbacks since training camp. That's a wild thing to think about, right? So there's obviously some concern with Malik Willis. It sounds like Jordan Love is all but good to go, you know? Yeah. Now, will he play this week? I would not anticipate that. I think that's silly to put him out there. I think just, hey, look, let's get these guys completely rested up and try to go on a run here in the playoffs, see if you can catch lightning in a bottle, which I think we would all agree that the odds are kind of stacked against us. But, hey, man, we're going to go down swinging. Malik Willis, though, the fact that he couldn't throw yesterday, I think they're hoping he's going to be good to go when you get into that first round of the playoffs. That way you'll have kind of your full quarterback room, if that makes sense. We did a full breakdown on Desmond Ridder yesterday. If you guys want to go back and check it, you can see the video.
I like that.
It was fun kind of diving back in. And, again, we got some personal ties to some of his family and stuff back home. And he's a good dude, great human being. He has enough talent, Emilio. Some people thought he was a first-round pick. You know, it was wild to kind of see where some people had him ranked in the draft process.
I just remember him getting cut on when he was at the Saints for like he was just getting ripped to shreds by everybody. Like, oh man, this kid doesn't have it, all that, and you know. And Sam Darnold saw ghosts. You know, where is he at now? Right. So it's like you got to give him a chance. But yeah, I feel that with Malik Clay, like why would we want to push him out there, especially after he's had 2 great games, 3 great games? You'd want to rather have a backup, and 2, why would you want to bring his stock down by putting him behind an O-line that could, you know, get him lit up the last game of the season? Like the Vikings are kind of playing for something just because they've been on a tear. You know, they've been going, they've been climbing that ladder. So why are you gonna, you know, throw Malik to the wolves?
Yeah, I mean, they're looking to create momentum and keep that momentum going into 2026, right? So it makes a lot of sense. Joseph in the chat said, hope this shoulder thing doesn't affect Malik long-term in those contract talks. That sucks, right? Because, again, he didn't have any more years left on his deal. He's ready to hit free agency. I don't think it will, Joseph, because it doesn't seem like it's anything that's too long-term. It definitely doesn't help, though, right? So, again, Jordan Love, Malik Willis, back at practice, although Malik Willis was just out there kind of stretching and not throwing. You could see him kind of working his shoulder out there in the clip from Rob Domofsky. So I think what you're probably going to have this week is it's going to be Desmond Ridder and Clayton Tune quarterback, and this is going to feel like week 2 of the preseason. What it's going to feel like.
It's going to feel like that Titans game, Clay, when we went down. We had no idea what Malik was all about, but hey, let's go out there and let's get after it.
How cool would it be to see Desmond Ridder go out there and just play lights out if they do decide to start him on literally less than a week of practice, right?
Just like Malik.
Just so Matt LaFleur can, you know, go and piss on somebody's foot real quick. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, what do you think about that, boys? That's quarterback number 3. No problem, right?
Just like Matt LaFleur coming in at Thanksgiving, man. He just could not get through the doorway. I don't know what the problem was, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, that to me, that's the storyline this week. You know, that's the storyline this week. And it gives you a reason to want to watch the game. Otherwise, you go, what, this game doesn't mean anything, right? So you get to kind of see, all right, if Malik does hit free agency and you end up having Desmond Ridder, and I don't even know, I'm going to look this up real quick on the fly. I probably shouldn't do this, but I want to see if we have his rights moving forward, because this might be the plan. Again, another first to second round projection that if you've got his rights and Malik Willis signs somewhere and you pick up a comp, right, then what do you end up doing? Okay, it looks like Spot Track doesn't have anything yet.
J. Cole said, Clayton Tune needs to sit down. You should have seen how many people walked out after that in. That's fair. I mean, even after that, man, I just lifted the head. It was a wrap.
Absolutely. It's not showing anything on his specific cap here in terms. Usually it'll show you like, is he going to be an unrestricted free agent or not? He being obviously Desmond Ridder. I'm just trying to take one last glance and see if I can find it somewhere, because
I wouldn't be opposed to that though, Clay. Like you said, man, you get Malik came in for a week or 2, and then you get him out there starting a game. Get it, and it's not like Ridder, which is nice because you're not bringing in a rookie, you're not bringing in somebody that hasn't seen anything. He's been through an offense, been through an off season, and I wouldn't be opposed to it. You know, you got to give him a shot at some point, see what we got back there.
Yeah, and I'm not showing him again. It's not showing anything in terms of a tag on him of whether he's going to be unrestricted, restricted. I'm going to check free agents real quick here just to make sure. But
Daryl was asking, wasn't Desmond Ridder balling the last time he went up against the Packers defense? He was decent on the pass and pocket presence. Was that the Saints game where we were down 17?
Did he play for the Saints? I was thinking it was just the Falcons, and then he went somewhere else.
Oh no, you're right. It was the Falcons. You're right.
Yeah. So there, he beat us in Atlanta as what? Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
I went to that game. Oh my! we lost 24.
You were soused up. That's
I
what
was. I was in the second level. We lost 24. I was right above the bird nest or whatever. They had a huge, like an 8-foot cheese grater that they were just moving up and down the crowd. I mean, it was unbelievable. But we lost 24-22. I remember that. Yeah, on a field goal.
Y'all bringing back bad memories. Yeah, J. Cole says Bijan cooked us too. Yeah, so I remember that.
I remember the deep ball that Love threw though, right off the bat, off the play action.
That's wild, man. Feels like it was a lifetime ago, doesn't it? Unbelievable. Wow. So, terrible memories. Everybody's mad at that. But here we go. Donovan Schilling. He beat Fire Joe Barry.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We should have won that game. Terrible
memories. Bo Cherry.
Oh, geez.
All right, so let's take a quick glance at the full injury report before we move on. Rob Demoski had tweeted it out here, just kind of give everybody an update. And again, this isn't so much about getting healthy for the Vikings game as it is, are people progressing so they're healthy there in the first round of the playoffs. So it looks like the initial injury report this week. Let's start with the did not participate. Dontavion Wicks with a concussion. He's going to be out this week. He'll probably be back for the wild card round of the playoffs, I would imagine. So that's the plan there. Limited Aaron Banks with the illness / ankle. Edgerrin Cooper limited. Josh Jacobs limited. Nick Nyman limited, although he did return to practice yesterday, I believe, or maybe they activated him or something. I know the 21-day practice window is open right now. Jaden Reed with the illness was limited. Zach Tom limited participation. That's good to see him kind of limited there, right? LVN limited with the illness / foot. Man, that illness is going through everywhere. We got it all the way down here in Tennessee. My God. John Williams, guard with the back, limited. Savion Williams with the foot / illness, limited. And Malik Willis with the right shoulder / hamstring, limited. So all those limited players, including Dontavion Wicks with the did not participate, I cannot imagine they're going to play. Hell, even Jordan Love with the full participation there. I think everybody on this injury report, Emilio, they do not play this week against the Vikings. How do you feel about that?
Feel the same way. Yeah, I just don't see it happening. Might as well sit them, rest them. It's tough because you're getting that extra week off, but it's also you would want to go in there as healthy as you possibly can. So I think that's the move. Just let it ride, get those. And you get another chance to see everybody else out there that you don't get to see all the time. You get a little scouting report before the end of the year on who we want to keep moving forward and who we might move on from it and go after next season.
Yeah. And Donovan Schilling said, forgot he pulled the hammy, shaking my head. Yeah, that sucks, right? Because that's something that can kind of linger, especially as you get a little later here in the year. And whether you go to Chicago or Philly, right, which we'll find out this Sunday, we'll give you guys all that update as soon as the games wrap up, exactly what the playoff schedule will be. That cold weather, man, that's the last thing you want to have to face with a hammy, right? So it'll be different if you were playing in a dome or something, but going out there in ice cold weather can be really tough, making those hamstrings tighten up. Minnesota Vikings, their injury report, not that it matters too much. Gavin Bartholomew tied in with the back, full participation. In terms of the did not participate, you got TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, Miles Price, I think is what that says there. And then you got several that are limited. Jordan Mason, running back, J.J. McCarthy with the right hand limited. He was talking, I think it was quoted this week as he's saying that thing was spinning pretty good. So he's feeling a lot better, it sounds like J.J. McCarthy is. Levi Drake Rodriguez, defensive lineman with the rib limited, and Harrison Smith with the NIR rest limited. He'll probably play. I imagine they're going to want to, since they're not in the playoffs, if anybody can play, they want to go out there and try to end this on a positive note. But there's a portion of people too, it's like, do you do that or do you shut them down? And you know what? If you lose, you get a better draft pick. Who cares? There's a little bit of that going on too there, I believe.
Yeah. But the only thing I would say to that is the way they've been winning the past couple of games, I wouldn't see them wanting to just give up on the last game against a division opponent just so that they could maybe jump from 16 to 14 or something like that. It's you're right in the middle anyway. The Packers, the team you're playing against doesn't have that first round pick this year. I think you just I think you just go all out and try to take them. You would think they would want to make us go 4-2 in the division rather than 5-1.
Yeah. Packer Doug in the chat says Love cleared protocol, which is great. That's what the tweet originally said for Rob here. Jordan Love was a full participation, but he has not cleared concussion protocol yet. Still seems like a step forward, though. Unless that news just broke, that may have been the case. I'll try to comb through X real quick and see if we have an update there. Because, again, that's going to be huge in the future is obviously getting Jordan Love cleared as quick as possible. Okay. I literally just logged on to Twitter, and all I seen was a picture of Stephon Diggs, and it said the Boston Strangler. So, unbelievable, man. That's the first thing you see, right?
Dude.
I mean, listen, we're not making light
of
the situation. It's just that's Twitter. That's how toxic.
Yeah, just
let me go get an update on Jordan Love and whether he cleared concussion protocol. Log on to X, the Boston Strangler. Wonderful.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So it looks like we got some information that's flying here in real time. Wes Hodkowitz says Savion Williams was really sick last week, which is why he wound up being scratched versus Baltimore. So maybe he'll be a little bit better this year or this week.
Which hopefully heals up the foot or the ankle a little bit longer too. So, and that's where it falls back on what we had the week 5 bye, Clay, where it's like, dude, I mean, yeah, it was nice at the time because we were kind of getting banged up there. And then you're still long season after that, man, a very long season.
Yeah, and it was confirmed here. Thank you so much, Packer Doug, for giving us that information before we signed off. Paul Brettel, friend of the show, tweeted out, Jordan Love has cleared concussion protocol. LaFleur says that Clayton Tune will start. The intent is for Love not to play this week. So it's going to be Clayton Tune as your starting quarterback, Desmond Ridder is your backup. So unfortunately, we won't see Desmond Ridder, but they're going to get to see him practice, and they'll have his rights obviously up through the playoffs as well. Okay, so we'll get kind of a good look at him, the coaching staff will, to make a decision on, is that the guy we want to move forward with as our backup quarterback if Malik Willis does sign in free agency. So going to be interesting, and we'll see. Yeah. J. Cole, damn, I got to watch this again. We'll see, man. He gets another week of practice.
Now you get to watch it from TV, though, J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to watch it from the stands.
Yeah, and you get to watch it this week, Jay, not from a standpoint of we need to win this game, but just, hey, let's see what he does well, you know? So, yeah. Wow, okay, there we go. So let's go. Love it. Emilio, you got anything else you want to hit before we wrap up, man?
No, I just with the young guys going out there, not your expected starters and all that. All right, yeah, I'll see you later, Clay. No, I'm kidding. With all your, you don't have the starters going out there, things like that. Just play a clean game. I would just want to see 100% effort. Those, basic coaching talk points. That's what we need to see from these guys. You're almost, fighting for a spot on the team for next year, kind of on performances this year, because are you going to get another shot in the playoffs is the question. Yeah. So. Let's just, block well, tackle well, hats to the ball, all those things that you need to have in clean special teams. It's, that's rep for McManus. And, if Whelan goes out there and punts, things like that. So, it's just play a decent game, good as game as you can and try to get out of there scot-free.
Yeah. As you're talking, you know what I hear? Stress-free football this Sunday. Yeah, stress-free football. Don't matter if you win or lose this week, right, guys? Packer Doug said lots of moving parts today, kind of fun with an otherwise get healthy game. Completely agree.
Yeah, it's a mini bye week that we can kind of take in as, heal up as many as you can, even though it's been 13 weeks since we've had one.
And the more I read the chat, the more excited I get about this Week 18 matchup. That otherwise I would be like, who cares? But like Coach Lynn says, Hopper season. Get see a little Tyron Hopper on the field probably. Get Cooper out of there and let Hopper take some meaningful reps. That would be huge, man, for sure. So going to be awesome. Yeah, there you go, Donovan Shilly. Y'all getting me fired up, man. Mini Micah playing, right? Get Colin Oliver in there. Get a few snaps. That's going to be awesome. As Joseph says, Oliver's playing. I assume he probably is, Joseph. I kind of expected him to play last week, but they obviously scratched him at the last second. So,
what about
look, there you go. Donovan Shilly, Matt LaFleur just said.
Are you sure we couldn't get a little
just
come
saying.
On now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Zane's out, right? Zane's out, so you got we're a pretty three safety heavy kind of team. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing a little KT out there.
Yeah, a little Ola Home Depot, if you're new to the channel. That was the nickname we dubbed him with. So give me that beat. Just give me 3 seconds of it again, Emilio. Just a little bit of that.
Every time I walk into the store, I just feel it.
Yeah, I hear that every time I walk.
You just need to have that thing on repeat when you're in the store, man.
I usually put my earbuds in and play it on my phone while I'm walking through the store. You know what I mean? Yeah, I used to joke all the time though. You can do it, we can watch, instead of you can do it, we can help. So, yeah. Anyway, all right, that's it, guys. That's all we got. Appreciate everybody jumping in here on short notice. We got college football kicking off. 3 huge.
How about that game last night, Clay? Did you see that coming?
Dandy. I was rooting against Miami personally. I wanted Ohio State, and I usually don't root for Ohio State, but I was hoping they just smack them in the mouth because they're so cocky. Instead, I got to watch Michael Irvin run around smacking that belt around on the sideline. He looks like he's on a little booger sugar or something going on with Marcus. He
was excited. He had a couple Celsius before the game, a couple Alanis, your little red Alanis, Clay. He had a few of them. He
was fired up, man. And the memes, if you just go to Twitter right now and type in Michael Irvin, the memes are flowing like the geese of Capistrano. So absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I ain't putting it on the screen, Jaco, but we're on the same page. So that's it. Emilio, appreciate you jumping in. Everybody, if you're watching this video back later, let us know in the comments. How do you feel about the injury report? How are you seeing this Week 18 matchup? And how do you feel about Jordan Love and Malik Willis being healthy for the first round of the playoffs? Make sure you hit like, subscribe, click the bell icon. Probably be back live here in a short bit with any information that came out of that presser from Matt LaFleur. And again, as always, the best way to support what we do at Packers Total Access is join our Patreon community, patreon.com/PackerFan Total Access. Appreciate everybody jumping in. Y'all have a wonderful day. Happy New Year. Probably see you later. My name's Clayton. That's Emilio. This is PTA. Go Pack Go.
There we go. We're out.
Bye, guys.